My name is Kwasari. FMARD is Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development. This is the line ministry responsible for agriculture policy and coordinated implementation of policies. The role of Federal Ministry of Agriculture is to make sure that policies concerning agriculture end-to-end, production, processing, and value addition are articulated such that agriculture becomes that tool through which we can achieve food self-sufficiency and achieve also our economic diversification or in agro-industrialization. Well, as it's well known, there is no need to overflow this issue that COVID-19 has placed us in an unprecedented times. It has affected agriculture, and it's still affecting agriculture locally and globally. But in a particular way, it has come and posed a serious challenge for us in Nigeria, in that our first case was registered at the point that our country was preparing for the 2020 rainy season or wet season agricultural activity. It is good to let the listeners also understand that agriculture is done in two major phases in this country during the wet season. We have the phase that starts for the southern part of the country around February, March, and then the phase that starts the farming activity around May, June in the northern part of the country. So this COVID-19 really posed a great challenge, particularly for the productivity that would have come from the southern part of this country. So it came at a very, very pivotal moment to our productivity. So the impact is still yet to be assessed, but immediately we know that it has affected prices of food commodities. Within the first week of lockdown, we have seen prices skyrocket. We also have other impact where initially with the lockdown, people were scared and farmers couldn't go back to their farms and continue with the pre-planting activities. There was halt also to movement of foods. There was halt to movement of inputs like fertilizer and seeds, which are critical to the farming season or farming activity. However, we are grateful that the leadership of the day have deemed it necessary to make the Honorable Minister of Agriculture chair a committee to liaise with the state governors and the security agencies to grant free access to movement for food and food-related items and inputs and farm-related implements. A specific plan has been fashioned out for agriculture called the Agriculture for Food and Jobs Plan 2020. And this plan is meant to respond to the impact of the COVID-19 during and post, but particularly to make sure that Federal Ministry of Agriculture galvanizes all her expertise, her contacts, her collaborators to deliver this wet season farming. The details of this plan will be made soon, but the Federal Ministry of Agriculture is already on top of it. We hope to make use of the second planting of maize for the south, but to make sure we get the first and second planting for the northern part starting this June. It is a holistic plan that has considered the various components of our agricultural productivity, primary production, and also value addition or post-harvest activities. This plan is targeting particularly a large number of the smallholder farmers that have been affected adversely based on our findings, where some farmers have even used their seeds and the money that they prepared to buy seeds and seedlings or fertilizers have been used up during this lockdown. So government has deliberately crafted this plan to use the mechanism, the know-how, the reach of Federal Ministry of Agriculture to identify the critical stakeholders, the smallholder farmers, to enumerate them, to get them into specific digital register where they can then be targeted with this stimulus package that will allow them have access to input financing loan that will come at zero interest to them. The move is to make sure they buy all the seeds they need, they buy all the fertilizers they need, they hire the hands they need, and to make sure productivity happens across the land during this 2020 rainy season. The plan also leverages to utilize the youths, the Empower Agro youths, to make sure that we can reach every smallholder farmer across the 774 local governments and across the world. Currently now, we have ready to be deployed. We have deployed some in excess of 70,000 young people, Nigerians, graduates, to go to every nook and cranny of this country and register farmers at the world level. This will help us be able to target them with the input financing that the Federal Ministry of Agriculture has planned for them. The state government is a partner of federal government in this plan, and we are working closely with the state governors. The directors will be speaking about how they have planned and they have activated the relationship between FMARD and the ADPs to make sure that farmers are registered appropriately across the land.